Hello everybody, hello and welcome into Purple Penguin Craft Room. I'm Vicky. Today is going to be kind of a recycled craft because we're using bottle caps. So here's the finished product and these are the bottle caps. So I'm going to show you how I put mine together, just give you some ideas and so you can put yours together. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all the things. It helps me out and it doesn't cost you anything. So let's get started. We're going to start with our background. So I've got these two pieces. This was I got it from Hobby Lobby in the wood pile section. They're labeled under utility wood, and it's two pieces. It was $3.29. I'm not sure if when they do the discount on the wood stuff, if $3.29 is low enough. I know, I know it's only certain items or less or more. For when they go on sale, but doesn't hurt to check it out. But still, three something's not too bad. We're gonna go ahead and use our Waverly wax, and we're gonna stain them. This is gonna look pretty rustic looking. We're gonna try and make this a really rustic-y kind of project today. So, damp cloth, and we're gonna just treat it like stain. I love the graining on this one. These boards are actually pretty good for grain. Okay, so I finished staining. I did the fronts and the backs, the sides, and the ends. So those are all done. We're going to be putting our boards together. So I just got to decide which ones I want on the front. I think I want these two to be my front and this to be my back. So flipping it on its back, we're going to take, these are craft sticks from the Dollar Tree, but they're so they're not the regular popsicle stick size. They're larger than the regular popsicle sticks. We're just going to take handy dandy scissors here. I'm going to cut the tips off so that we can glue these together here. Just eyeballing about how much I need to take off. So, and then we are just going to use good old tacky glue. This is our tacky glue that I like to use here. Just to hold our boards together, because otherwise they will not stay together. You push them together. You may want to put something heavy on them to help hold them together. For right now, we're just going to let it go and continue on. So there's our background. Now we're going to bring in a whole bunch of bottle caps. Now normally I wouldn't prep this like I did, but because they were some of them were alcohol related beverages, I did go ahead and I just pre-painted them with a chalk paint. So I did use this chalk paint. I got it at Michael's. It's actually a pretty good chalk paint, and so I just went ahead and I pre-painted a bunch of them. This is not the color they're going to stay. I just wanted to pre-paint them because the chalk paint is going to stay on them a little bit easier, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do acrylic or not. Just bring all of them over. I'm not sure if I'm using all of these or not, but so let me go ahead and we're going to figure out how I want the flowers first, because we're doing flowers. We're going to do one open flower and then one that's kind of drooped. So we're going to start with a center, and then we're going to do closed petals. Kind of look like so. I'm thinking like this. And I'm just kind of lay these out, but we're going to go ahead and paint them before I glue them down. So easy enough. You take your bottle cap, and you can, these don't have to be alcohol related bottle. You can get fancy sparkling waters, you can get soda, you can get, you know, whatever. I've seen fancy juices come with bottle tops. So it doesn't have to be alcohol related. Sometimes when I go to parties, I like to collect the bottle caps there. I don't partake necessarily, but I collect just because I'm kind of a recycle collector or recycle crafter. So I like using recycled things. We're just going to take our needle nose pliers and squish it. That's easy enough, right? Just make sure you have whatever needle nose, or you can use regular pliers. Just make sure they're big enough to be able to put the cap in, and then you just kind of be careful squishing it. Sometimes I don't always want to cooperate. Just be careful with fingers. Now, I did not paint the inside. On some of them I did, some of them I didn't, but it's totally up to you. That, I think I'm going to do one. We're going to squish in one more, I think. You know, and if you're strong enough, maybe you could squish these yourself. Totally up to you. I, however, am not strong enough to do that. So that's our one flower. Now the other one, we're going to do a little different. I'm still going to squish. Squish these, but we're going to do it a little bit different. So this one is going to have, this is going to be its top. Wow, like I said, be careful. And these are going to droop down. So we squished a whole bunch of these. So see if I can do this without them all falling off of here. So this is where my droopy flower is going to go. And then this flower is going to go up here. And then I left some of these, and then some of these had green insides, so I'm going to leave those for leaves. I want to do leaves too, and so we want to do that. Leave those for leaves. So while I have them like this, I went ahead and I got some sticks from my yard, and I decided these would make perfect stems for my flower here. I'm thinking this right here could be for this one. Like I said, I am going to paint these, but I'm going to go ahead. Oh, maybe I want another. Oh, no, it'll be fine. And we'll just do a few random sticks down here to kind of fill up some space. And then we'll put our leaves in. Leaves will go here. So, perfect. All right, now let's start painting some of these guys. I have an extra one. I can put an extra one up here. Okay, so let's go ahead and paint. Scoot this over a little bit, but I kind of want to justify where I want all my stuff at. And we want to go ahead. I do want to paint all of these petals yellow. So we are going to use chalk paint. This is Tuscan Sun. This was Hello Hobby, which was what the chalk paint that Walmart was using when they were on a break from Waverly. And then they decided to go back to Waverly. So, I mean, take it however you want. So we are still going to use chalk paint, probably for this whole project, is chalk paint, which is like, normally I don't. Normally I would use acrylic paint, but something like this project just calls for chalk paint. So I like this yellow. It's kind of a mild yellow, really. Really muted yellow. So just to keep it as placeholders, I dried them, so the yellow's all dry, but I put them back so that when we take the middle ones, I have placeholders so I know where they're at. We're going to take that one, and then our leaves, the leaf ones, put them down here. So we're going to do brown for the center. So they're going to be kind of like sunflowers. So we're going to use that chalk paint, wild mushroom, and then for the green, for the leaves, we're going to use this one, I believe it's scallion, and this one is in the Waverly. So for the green, so this is kind of a brighter kind of green, but it's a little muted, so it's not too terribly bad. Not super bright. But it actually makes a really good green for our leaves. If I want to darken it up, I can definitely use black in it. But I kind of like the way it has the green on the inside is a little bit darker, and I kind of like how that's showing up with the leaves. It's kind of cool. Alright, so that's the green. And then we're going to do brown for the centers. And I'm going to kind of make it streaky. I kind of like that. And I'm only going to do one coat. So if a little bit of the white kind of shows through a little bit, I'm okay with that. Because I kind of, that's kind of going for a little streaky. I might actually even come in with some black and do like spots, kind of stippling. We'll see how it looks when it's dry. And the same thing with this one. Okay, all of these pieces are now done. Stick them. Love these colors. looks great. I like how that looks. This one was kind of an extra. I'm thinking I might hold off on that one. But so far, it's looking pretty good. Now it's time to start gluing everything together. We're going to start gluing things down. First, we're going to start with our tacky glue for the stems. And we're going to put those in place first. So those go in place first. This one, I think I'm going to give a little bit of a trim too. I thought I wanted that large piece at the top, but I kind of changed my mind on wanting that. That right there. It does look white right now, but it will look better, I promise. Now, for all the petals, being metal, I think I am going to use my E6000. So this is what it looks like. Mine is obviously squished right now, so there's that. But pull this out. You don't need a whole heck of a lot. Typically, when I'm using metal, I like using E6000 because it definitely does a better job. You notice I didn't paint all the way to the bottoms, just in case. Might help the glue hang on there a little bit better. There we go. I probably could have gotten away with one more yellow. I think I stuck another yellow one down here when I did it. I wanted them to kind of be a little even down here. go. Perfect. Do the leaves. And actually, I can go on this side here. Right. Absolutely perfect. I love how that looks. I was kind of thinking of adding some Spanish moss. I have just this little bit, just kind of just left over. Kind of thinking on just putting down this in it. I like the way that looks, so we're going to do it. We're just going to take on glue down here. Because the Spanish moss is messy and it's just gonna, it's either gonna stick or it's not going to stick. Just kind of bunch it as much as you can. And after it dries, I'll probably give it a haircut. So Spanish moss down here looks good. I was forgetting one final step here. I was going to take, I've got this black wire, and I believe it's 19 gauge. 19 gauge. I did go ahead and I pre-drilled some holes up here with my Dremel piece here. Comes in handy for small little projects like this. And we're going to see, kind of, normally I would kind of do, I don't know, I would do like string with this or a cord, but I kind of wanted to make it a little more rustic looking with some wire. So, pull this down so you can see. So we're just going down this way because I want the wire to be in the back my project here. Come around and I want it to, it's got to come up through the hole this way. I think that looks good like that, but it's not enough through there. So let's put a little bit more. I like to waste a lot of wire, so I like to try and do exact where I want it. I like that. Take this, wrap it around the project here. And you can get fancy and do like curly cues and whatnot. That's up to you. I do curly cues on some of my projects, but not all of them. Okay, finishing touch is its hanger. So now it is done. So if you like what you see, definitely keep on coming back and seeing the Purple Penguin Craft Room. Let me know that you were here. Let me know you said hi. And keep on coming back for more. Happy crafting.